So my buddy Dave decided he was going to become a meal prep guy. You know the type, suddenly owns more Tupperware than actual furniture, buys chicken breasts in bulk, and starts every sentence with, "Did you know brown rice has more fiber?" It was all fine and dandy until he unveiled his master plan, prepping all of his lunches and dinners for the entire month in one marathon Sunday. The freezer looked like a lean cuisine graveyard, and his kitchen smelled like marinara for days. The first week, he was insufferably smug. He'd pop open his container of spaghetti at work, flash a grin, and say, "Smells better than your takeout, huh?" By week 2, the enthusiasm had faded to a thin, tomato-scented resignation, and he started carrying around a bottle of hot sauce like a lifeline. Week 3, though, is where things got weird. I came over to his place for our usual game night, and found him at the dinner table, staring blankly at a thawed brick of spaghetti, mindlessly twirling his tie around his fork. At first, I thought it was some sort of stress tick, but then he started seasoning his tie with Parmesan. He barely even noticed when I pointed out he was about to eat 100% polyester. Instead, he just muttered something about needing a change in texture and al dente neckwear. When I asked if he wanted to order a pizza, he looked at me with the wild eyes of a man who's seen too much, and said, "I can't. I have to stick to the plan." There are still 7 more containers left. By the end of the month, Dave had developed a Pavlovian response to the microwave beep. He'd start dabbing at his shirt with a napkin and twirling anything remotely stringy, including his shoelaces and, once, alarmingly, his neighbor's poodle. We finally staged an intervention and took him to an Italian restaurant, where he burst into tears at the sight of fresh pasta. The waiter asked if we'd like to see the dessert menu, but Dave just shook his head and said, "No thanks, I'm trying to avoid getting tied up with carbs."